What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. I'm posting a link to the Discord right now so people can come and find us, but looks like Josh was the first one to make it in. I made it in on two wheels, squealing. Anyways, hi, how are you guys doing? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea Diamond Painting on Tuesday night. I am chilling right now. Just got back from a hike. We were looking for some morels. We didn't find nothing. That's okay. We were just sort of peeking around to see if anything was still out and about. Birds downstairs losing her damn mind as per usual. Anyways, let me tell you about my tools really quickly, and then I'll say hi to everybody in the chat already in session. I'm using a pen here. This one is from Diamond Pen Pal. This is the Satora pen from Diamond Pen Pal over on Etsy. In my multi-placer, I'm going to use what's left of my Putty Crocker eggnog. You can find Putty Crocker either over on Facebook or at Putty Crocker's Boutique.com. And then my tray here. This is the Deep Six from Ephemera 3D over on Etsy. You can find, I was already kind of like had started a square, I don't know, last night and then gave up. I was too tired. And then, in my single placer, I'm using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily, also over on Etsy. This is a little bit darker than normal. I darkened it up so you could see the diamond painting better that I'm working on. When it's too light or bright, like I turn the ISO up and it makes it look very washed out. So I wanted to make sure you guys could actually see the diamond painting, which is why my hands look very dark right now. If it's too dark, definitely let me know. But let me say hello to everybody already in the chat. Let me go backwards here. Hello, Josh. You're first. You licked the live, so it's yours. Well, while you're licking things, why don't you go ahead and tap that like button? Hello, Keith. Welcome. Hi, Allison. Hello, Kath and Shelby. Hope you're doing well, Shelby. Hello to Rowan from me. Diamonds and Stitches. What's up? Hello, Brenda. Hi, Laurel and Shannon. What's up, Shannon? Tigger. How you doing, Tigger? And Missy D. What's up, Missy D? How you doing? Somebody should probably text Noelle. Maybe she'll get a notification. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I hope everybody is doing well this beautiful Tuesday evening. I'm exhausted, gotta tell you. I've been over at my in-laws, like legitimately flood cleanup every day, and I took today off and basically have been more or less working in my own house. I thought I was going to just take a day off and chill. That is not what happened. I came home and I basically just started cleaning my own house. I did like shampooed my stairs, the carpet on the stairs, because it needed it badly. And then, cleaning up, vacuuming, sweeping, the whole just shebang. My hands look so tan. I know. It's just because I got the ISO turned way down. So sorry if I look super dark. I'm not dark. I'm very pale. It even looks dark up there. But yeah, it's just the darkness from the camera. Hello, Alice. I'm gonna tongue punch that like button. Oh my. Tongue punching the like button. Just the way I like it. All right, let's see. And then I'm looking for some questions because I was going to go over some of the answers on the live. There's a list for me. And I'm getting into like the most Google diamond painting questions or whatever. We can go over them together. Today is your first day off work. Oh God. Yeah, Alice, I'm the same. It's like I get a day off, air quote, and then I'm just cleaning, like doing other things that needed done the whole rest of the time I wasn't doing them. So totally understand. complete. Oh, diamond painting I'm working on. For those who are not aware, I am working on, scooch my light out of the way here for a little hot second. I'm working on La Lune by Cherryuki. This one is from DIY Moon Shop. So it's a very old one. It's a 50 by 50 centimeter in round acrylics, and it's 33 whole colors. And she's about halfway done at this point. I don't know what Beans is down there barking about. What's up, Mel? One moment. Let me see what he's barking about. Beans, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to have a live stream. Shut your yapper. Tell him off. I don't think it'll make much difference, but we can try, right? Anyways, so please tell me in the chat, what are you working on this evening? Alice is apparently deep cleaning her kitchen, but what's everybody else up to this evening? If not diamond painting, then what else are you and about? This is honestly the first diamond painting that I've done in, gosh, it's probably been 4 or 5 days now. I haven't diamond painted. I've just honestly been at my in-laws cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. I've got the garage almost all the way done so that when I finish with the cleanup, then I'm going to go ahead and get started on turning, which I'm really looking forward to. Now that the weather's been, nice enough. It's been warm enough that I can enjoy myself and not be too warm in the garage, and I can get some pens turned. I'm very excited about that because I've got some pens that need to go out to people's. Release the Sky. Ooh, been too busy last week to touch. Yeah. Midnight Manicannico by Kettner. Goddess of Spring. Very nice. Did I get the Morales? Allison, I did manage to get the Morales. Thank God. There's a issue. Okay, I didn't have an issue, but others had an issue. It was very weird Saturday because when the Morales dropped, I noticed, okay, I checked out like I normally do. I was trying to do a checkout for someone else because they were having some issues. I just should have hit pay because that person didn't end up getting their Morales. And I feel like if I would have just hit pay and got it and let them pay me back or whatever, I could have always refunded the order. But I was going through a second time and it said that I was in the queue for checking out. I've never seen that on the DAC site before. So that was really weird. And then did they ever actually drop her in general? I was only able to kind of keep an eye on a very short time after because I was over at my in-laws doing cleaning. So I managed to get her, and then basically I went into the house and started cleaning. But there were a lot of people saying that she never released in general. So the second shot that the person would have gotten never came up. Working on, ooh, the Eagle, your little Diamond Design Co. minis. I love those. Hi, Nori. Brave Soldier. Very nice, Shannon. You were trying to get so no, it didn't. Okay. And you had the same waiting in line message. It was strange. I've never seen anything like that. So what I was kind of wondering, and this is only my assumption, and I don't work for DAC, so I have no idea. But I had assumed maybe what had happened was they had so many people in the queue that when they didn't realize that it wasn't just like stopping at whatever number, maybe instead of doing the general release like they would have done, ooh, yay, thank you. Dustin made me pot stickers. Instead of doing like they would normally do with the general drop, maybe they had to like account for however many people were in line and didn't actually have any left for general. That is only a guess. I can't think of any other reason why they didn't. She didn't. Okay. So very strange. Did they ever mention why she wasn't put up in general? I know that there were people who mentioned that there were comments in the VIP and entering, but I didn't know if anything actually was like announced or resolved or whatever about that. Cause yeah, I honestly just should have hit pay instead of waiting for that person to confirm, oh yeah, I've got her, but then she got cart snatched during VIP release. So I was like, okay, well, you still got general, and then general never happened. All those comments got deleted. Okay. So that's weird. And they never said what happened. Like I said, that's my assumption. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm only just making a guess that it was something to do with that new feature with people waiting in line. That's all I can assume. I thought maybe they would do what they had done before, which was like manually enter it later on in the day. But I don't think even that happened because I have her on email alert in case I see it before the other person does and I can just try to pick her up or whatever. But I never saw a message come up that she had restocked. So I wasn't sure what was going on with that. That's really too bad. Oh, they wanted customers to assume it sold out. That, I mean, that's not a horrible thought, Mel. Yeah, yeah, Josh, I kind of agree. I'm not really all that super surprised. But yeah, so I don't know how many people didn't end up getting her. Thankfully I did. Um, and then, a friend who was trying to get it was like, well, fine, I'll just get it in D-Stash. I said, no, I'll send you my copy before you get her in D-Stash. That's not going to happen. I don't want to see you pay $150. You know what I mean? Not for something that's going to restock. I don't see why she wouldn't restock. Because at least with Morales, they're pretty good about restocking and not just putting her right into archive. So I don't know. I do not know. But I feel really bad because like I said, I wish I would have just hit buy on when I was in line the second time because I already had all of my like pay information was in. I don't think I would have gotten it at a discount, but I didn't really care about it at the moment. I was just trying to get it, trying to get her a copy, but she told me, "No, I'm good." And then I guess she got cart snatched. So then was not good. It all started with having like incorrect information in for shop app or whatever. Yeah, it was a big boo-boos. But yeah, I don't know. Tigger, did you get a hold of Noelle? Did she answer when you texted her? Yours got deleted too. Mm. The Sims Art Fire Kitty got archived? Wow. Hi, Peggy. You're not late. You arrived exactly when you meant to. This was the first time I was able to get something I wanted on release day. Yeah, very strange. Like I said, I'd never seen that, like, you're in line in the cart thing happen before. It was very bizarre. But I've honestly been, knock wood, I've been very lucky. I don't buy a lot of things from Diamond Art Club on release day. Moraleses are really the only things that like I buy them when they drop because I don't know. I always worry that they will archive something with, restocking it. So I always make sure to buy those on release day. Everything else I don't really worry about. And so it would be very, very strange if, I wasn't able to get a Morales on release day. I've been lucky, but You got an okay. Oh, well, rude. How is Peggy doing tonight? What are you working on? Anything good? Um, I'm working on this Cherryuki from DIY Moon Shop, which is why everything looks a little bit dark on the screen. Because when I put the ISO up to a normal kind of amount, it kind of washes it out. I'll show you guys what I mean. So that's why I've been keeping it on darker. Hi, Tanis. Hi, Jen. 1 second here. Blushing Moon. Oh, I don't know what one that is. Okay, let me show you the ISO. I'm going to turn it up. Not a lot, but okay, that's not too bad. But where I had it was like here. And you see how much more she gets washed out when I turn the ISO up and the light is like normal. So I turned it down so it wouldn't look as bad. I could probably keep it about there. But yeah, do you see how much darker it is now? And even that kind of looks washed out compared to what it actually looks like in person. But I'll leave it about here. I think this is okay. Molly Harrison. Oh, okay. Field of Memories. And just kitted up the letter. Ooh. I will be kitting up Water Tiger by Morales for the 24-hour live stream. I've got to get out my announcement video for the 24-hour live and for Gods and Goddesses. I've just been so freaking busy. So freaking busy, but the plan is still to have that in June. I'm not trying to like make it a huge Mongoose event because like, you know, yes, it's going to be a big enough event, but I didn't want it to be like massive, humongous, you know, whatever. Just a nice small little summer event with some prizes so that if there weren't a million people involved that, you know, everybody'd have a good shot at a prize. Ooh, Tanis is in Minnesota. Are you in my necks of the woods, sort of? You're prepared for both this time. Wendy completed in the year before. It's one of the little Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. I feel like I know what one you're talking about now. That's is it the one little witch and she's riding a broom and there's like a little orange moon and then she's got like a black cat sitting on the broomstick with her or something? Is that the one I'm thinking of? She's like a little kind of straw-haired looking girl, right? Oh, you're already back in Canada? Dustin made me some pot stickers, so I'm going to try and eat while I talk. She's sitting on a. Oh, okay. Comparison, but I'm not like much of a her little girls. They're not horrible or anything. I don't dislike them. They're just not really like my style necessarily. These pot stickers are still hot as balls. Oh my god. Burn in my mouth. They're so tasty, but they're hot as shit. Very tasty, very warm. Yeah, I like Molly Harrison a lot. I just don't tend to work on the little girls as much. They're very cute, but not so much my style. What's the one? Maybe I'm okay. What's the one? Oh, my phone just zip zip. Sorry. My phone's vibrating. What's the one? Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Because I know that has to be the one I'm thinking of because I remember somebody putting it into finished work. Go that far. Went to Minneapolis. Oh, okay. That's cool though. Did the Blue Jays kick some asses? I assume they probably did. Is it weird that I just kind of like it whenever a Canadian whoops the crap out of an American in a game? It brings me joy. It feels like, I don't know. It feels like payback for all of the other stupid crap going on in the world right now. That when Canadians win a game, I'm like, yeah, go Canada. Kick the US's booty. 1-2 and lost 2. Okay. Oh, you sent me a message in Discord. Okay. Ooh, is it a dirty message? Let's find out. Oh, that one. Okay. Oh, she's cute. She is very cute. I like the flowers on Blushing Moon. Yeah, I like the flowers. The flowers are very cute. And her little hat. Oh my goodness. The thing that I've always enjoyed about Molly Harrison that carries over from either like her normal portraits with like normal sized people and then the little kids, her skies are always beautiful. They're always I'm like confetti heavy. It seems like I have what's it called? What's it called? Um the one with the fairy and she's got a dragon behind her. Can't think of the name. I have that one. And the one thing that I did notice in that one is that the sky is like a wild amount of confetti. Really beautiful, though. Molly Harrison gives good sky. For sure. For sure. Well, those who are joining in the live, if you don't feel like saying hey, hey to you, hope you're doing well. If you feel like chatting, please let me know what you're working on right now. I have a list of the most Googled questions about diamond painting. And I felt like if I can't answer these questions, then certainly the chat can answer these questions. But I figured, yes, we've gone over it before, but there's always new people who are, ending up on the live stream or are checking in just to check in because they don't know what in the heck the live is about. So if you've heard all of these answers or whatever before, I apologize, but there's some new people who have not. So those new people might need some pointers from those of us who've been diamond painting for a very long time. If you have not already shared about what you're working on in the chat, maybe what you could share is how long you have been diamond painting yourself. Because sometimes, like I said, there's new people out there. They haven't heard all of these questions and answers before that we've given. And so they're checking in. Tell us how long you've been diamond painting. Hello, Kim Kim. Welcome, welcome. Someone brought it aboard and now it's spreading. Oh, no. What about the poor people stuck on the cruise ship? Oh, no. What happened with that? Yeah, Flight of the Dragon. That's the one, Melissa. What are they like stuck there with COVID or something on a cruise ship? Oddly enough, my dad passed away on a cruise ship, but that had nothing to do with COVID. And everything to do with the fact that he was like a smoker for a million years. Oh, hantavirus. Oh my God. That's terrible. Hantavirus is no joke. From a mouse? Oh my gosh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Kim Kim is starting to try to do 2 whips at a time. Jasmine from Diamond Art Club and Caduceus Rex from Diamond Art Club. Nice. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. The caduceus is that symbol that is used by nurses, correct? It's the wand with intertwined snakes and wings on the top. That's a caduceus, right? If I remember correctly. Kim has been diamond painting since 2020. Nori for 8 years. Tigger, a year and 5 months. Allison for 4 years. Oh, a DAC restock alert. Uh-oh. What do we have? Let's go look. Let's look and find out if there's anything worth peeking at. Anything worth peeking at. Let's see. We'll take a quick look and I'll let you know what's on. 2 dragons intertwined around a rose with thorns. That could be it too. But I'm like not far off the mark, right? But it's a thing for nurses, yes? The caduceus is a thing for nurses? Okay, let's go look at Diamond Art Club and see what's stocking. What's restocking, y'all? Okay, we have in restocks. We have Twilight Town, Christmas Room by Marigona Sully. Oh, the Twist and Pick Premium Pen, Libra by Eau Claire, The Librarian by Baker, Starry Night Music by Wanda Mum, Cozy Time, Marilyn Casanave, Nighttime Story. I feel like some of these were already on here. Sabrina the Snow Leopard, Hocus Pocus, Gnomes in Focus, Marjorie Sarnat, Tribal Tattoo Dragon, Stained Glass Flower, and The Pumpkin Herder by Cheryl Baker. In case anybody was looking for any of those. Hello, Bobby. Yeah. So on the cruise, read an article in the USA needs to watch out because of the World Cup starting and not belonging to the WHO. You're not wrong. Cap has been diamond painting for 11 months. Shannon since 2019 or 2020, can't remember which. And Bobby, do tell us, how long have you been diamond painting? If you're willing to share. So we've got a lot of veterans up in here, huh? Anyone who's new, that's just kind of learning, observing, starting their journey in diamond painting. Never said it was a good restock. Just bought Twilight Town and Christmas Room. Have no self-control. Keats, I totally understand. If I had unlimited funds, I would probably buy like way more. I don't need any by any stretch of the imagination. I do not need more diamond paintings, but Christmas Room is very cute. I do like that one. Thought about picking that one up, but like I said, like funds are pretty limited, so I don't end up buying a lot of what I see that I do like. Yeah, so let's look. Desiree, heck up my special need kid. Sorry I'm late. No worries. Fairies by Captured by Radiance tonight. Woo! Can't wait to see her finished. Cannot wait to see that one finished. I don't know. I'm going to find out soon, but I think they have some more coming from that artist new. That'll be coming on next restock or the next drop that they do. Been diamond painting for 6 months. All right. So I always ask newer diamond painters, do you have a preference yet of squares or rounds, or do you like both equally, or have you not tried one or the other yet? When I first started diamond painting, it was in 2019. And then I didn't diamond paint for a few years because where I worked, I just never had time. But I started out, I was only diamond painting rounds, and I wouldn't even buy anything that was in square because I had gotten something in square from like a really cheap shit company and ended up hated it. Absolutely hated it. It was just horrible. Nothing fit. It was gappy. It was awful. It was an awful experience. And so I thought all squares were like that until I worked on my first Diamond Art Club square and was like, oh my gosh, is this how good things really can be? Oh no, I dropped my chopstick. I need it to eat my food. Trying to get other people to look. Tried to order hazel colored drills from DP with sparklers. Oh no. You ordered rounds. Oh no. Well, you know what though? Hang on to them because you just never know when you might need things again. Were they regular diamonds or were they specials, Desiree? I have to agree with you though, Desiree. I love squares, but it sure is nice to get a fast finish on a round. That is for sure. Bobby loves rounds. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Like I said, I wouldn't touch anything that wasn't around for the longest time. I like I said, bad experience, really bad experience. And then once I got around or got a square that was actually like decent, oh my gosh, I managed to match the amount of round to square diamond paintings that I had very, very quickly. It's nice when you like both because then it doesn't so much matter what shape the diamonds are as long as you enjoy the artwork. Because, it really sucks when there's a piece that you enjoy and it's in the opposite of what you enjoy working on. And then it's like, well, poops. Because so often back when I was only working on rounds, I would find that, the things that I really, really liked, they were in square. And I was like, well, but I don't work on squares. I had to fix that real fast. Regular, but I should have ordered some with sparkling glimmer. Oh, well, you're learning. If you ever have any questions, Desiree, about how to order things from DP with sparklers or discount codes or that sort of thing, definitely hit us up in Discord because there's lots of people that can help you with placing orders or finding things that work for you or helping make suggestions on specials. There's quite a few people in Discord that, they love to do specials. And so like Sujin and Abby, they like helping people with specials. I'm happy to help with specials. You've completed 32 so far. Ooh, and all but 3 have been rounds. Yeah, they really are pretty fast and forgiving, aren't they? Easy to like bam, 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 get it done. And how long did you say you've been diamond painting, Keats? You want to know who's lightning fast? Melissa. She's super lightning fast. She can get a finish in like 3 days. Especially on a round, man. She'd be like, whatcha? I mean, I'm no slouch myself, but she'd definitely quickity, quick. Sorry, I'm shaking everything. Happy to watch those people help others with specials. Oh, no. No good. All right, let's see here. I've got my list of questions, hoping that of the 27 of you that are hanging out on the chat, that a few of you are newer and have questions. If you are new and you're just afraid to type in the chat or whatever, you don't got to be afraid. Everybody here's pretty nice. And there are no stupid questions, only stupid outfits that people put on their dogs. So if you really want to ask something, if there's something that you're like burning to know about or whatever, please, please, please feel free to ask. Tuesdays are sort of the like live free for all hangout, and we answer questions. We talk about tutorial type things. And so please do not be afraid to ask questions if you have them. Like if you were searching for something specific when you came upon this live, or you were like, hey, this lady's weird and seems to know about diamond painting, let me ask her some questions. I'm definitely just as fast, if not faster. I don't know about faster. I think I just have more free time because you work a full-time ass job, and like, you know, I mean, you're doing real adult things. And granted, yes, I do adult things too, just different adult things. But let me get my list. A cruise ship has 17 US citizens. Oh no. A British doctor who is trying to treat people is now sick himself with hantavirus. Oh my gosh, that's scary. This is also why I don't go on cruises. I mean, granted, I don't like large open bodies of water anyway, but I get no hantavirus. Mm-mm. Mm. You have 23 finishes since the end of January? That's impressive. What sizes are you doing? Oh, little diamonds. Okay, but listen, that's still really good. Kim Kim is on the 25th and 26th finishes. Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. And you know what, though? I'll tell you what I tell everybody. It is not a race. And as long as you're enjoying what you're working on, that is really wildly important. Like, yes, it's nice to get finished. Really, really satisfying to get finishes. But it's also like I diamond paint because I like diamond painting. Like I like the act of. So your speed is the right speed no matter what that speed is. I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of people out there like, "Oh my god, if I could be faster." The only tricks that I really have as far as like how can I be a faster diamond painter is honestly to learn how to use placer at if you're not using a multiplacer, use a multiplacer, one. And then two, using your multiplacer even to single place. And then doing things like, okay, so I'm going to single place one and I'm going to place three on the other. So learning how to utilize both ends of your multiplacer if you want to get faster, that's the best suggestion that I have for people is learning to, you know, yes, you'll still use your single placer from time to time, usually things out. Honestly, that's what I use my single placer for most of the time. But learning to use a multi-placer and then learning how to use that multi-placer for multi-placing like more than one thing. So like here, I've got 2 and 2. So I'll place 2 on one spot and I'll place 2 on another spot. If you're going to do even like single placing, doing one on one end and one on the other, or putting like, if I'm going to single place, sometimes I'll put 3 on here, but then I will go 1, 2, and then 3 somewhere else. I won't necessarily, I'll have 3 on here, but it's not for a spot with 3. It'll be for 3 separate single placing spots. If you want to learn to be faster, that's the best tip that I can give to people who want to be faster diamond painters if you're looking to speed up. But like I said, definitely not a race. They started in Argentina, supposed to go to Antarctica. Oh my gosh. Tried using both ends, but it just plopped all the drills down. So here's a trick with that too, If you're having issues where you're trying to use both ends, but it like just plops all of them down, it's called Dynamite Diamond Shop, I think is the name of it on Etsy. They sell 3D printed placers that are actually already curved so that you can like rock your multi-placer on if you're going to do all like let's say you're going to set up 8 or they go down I think to a 2 or 3 placer. I think they have a single placer and then 2 up to 15 or something, but it's curved and I believe it's called Dynamite Diamond Shop and they have 3D printed ones. I can't use those, though I'd love to, because the plastic, I'm such a hard placer that I'm sure I would crack one of those suckers so fast, like it would be very sad. So if you are looking for one that you're not curving because you're a hard placer like me, like that's how mine get curved, but go to Dynamite Diamond Shop and get yourself some 3D printed ones that are already curved. And my understanding is that they are also, thank you for the link, appreciate that. Not only are they already curved, but they're also thin, the same way that the Diamond Art Club metal multi-placers are thin multi-placers. Yeah, they're also very thin like that. So if you like the thin multi-placers, they're nice for that reason too. And it was Dynamite Diamond Shop. Look at me remembering shit. Easier to do with rounds. And yeah, I would say at least when you're first starting out, using a multi-placer as a like 2 single placer or placing multiple spots or whatever, it is easier to learn how to do it on rounds to begin with. But I do it with squares and rounds equally as like now. It's funny because I didn't even know how to use a multi-placer for the longest time. It wasn't until my daughter was like, "Mom, have you seen this thing?" And it was the 4-placer or whatever that's included with the kits. And I was like, "No, what's that?" And she's like, "It's for laying more than one diamond at a time." Because I had been single placing for years. It wasn't really until beginning of 2023 that I used a freaking single or a multi-placer. I didn't even know what it was. You do have an 8-placer from them, but enjoyed the DAC multi-placer, but give it a shot on my next one. Okay. Yeah, worth a shot. I don't know. Like I said, I press way too hard, unfortunately, to be using 3D printed placers. I'm sure I would destroy that so freaking fast. Because I place these drills like they owe me money. If you need a rounded placer, just let Naomi. Yep, you're exactly right. If you need a rounded placer, just get me like a 10 or a 15 from Diamond Art Club, because in no time at all, I will have it bent. This is an 8-placer, and I don't know if you can see, it's bent already. Where's my brand new one? I got a new one. Here we go. I'll show you. I'll show it to you next to a new one. Because, yeah, it's bent. She bent real bad. Like I said, man, I place the diamonds like they owe me cash. Yeah, you can see it next to a brand new one. It's definitely bent. Like, definitely bent. If I use anything higher than an 8-placer, it'll look like a freaking IUD or an anchor before too long. So yeah, send them over here. I'll get them curved for you. Get a little diamond with color blocking. Yeah. How you learn to multi-place. Yes, an absolutely great idea. In fact, as far as like learning how to do squares, I always recommend to people, get yourself a mini dazzle or get yourself a paint gem or something like that. If you want to learn how to do squares, it's a much smaller area to mess up. Like if you're going to mess something up, it's not going to be as big a mistake on something like a little diamonds or a mini dazzles or paint gems or diamond design company, like that sort of thing. Definitely worth checking those out for practicing on squares. Love those. All right, let's see. I'm like, I know I've got some more G's on here somewhere. Oh my gosh, this canvas has been, you can't really see it too well. Right now, it doesn't have as many poops on it, but I'll tell you, this canvas has the word poop all over it. Like, here's a poo, and then there's a pop, and there's a po. But yeah, over in here, it said poo everywhere. All right, let's see. So, I'm looking up 100 of the most Googled diamond painting questions using like FAQ sources, search trends, that sort of thing. So let's start with some beginner basics. I'm not going to go through like what is diamond painting and how does it work, because most people know like what it is and how it works, like you got here, right? But is diamond painting hard? I feel like diamond painting is hard, I think, for those who maybe have difficulties with hand-eye coordination. I feel like diamond painting would be hard for that person, but generally, no. I don't think that diamond painting is hard so much as it is. I feel like it's something that you learn as you go to get better placement and things like that, because it's not necessarily for people who've never done like cross stitch or whatever. It isn't something that is maybe intuitive, super intuitive to do immediately. But I feel like if you've got, some cross stitch practice, then diamond painting is not very hard. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that diamond painting is hard? I didn't feel like it was hard for me when I started, but I had also done cross stitch before I started doing any diamond painting. So I had at least some kind of an idea of what it should look like when it's done, Yeah, no. I don't think it's super hard. I mean, like I said, hand-eye coordination is the hardest part. I suppose if you have vision issues, or, issues with keeping your hands steady, that sort of thing. Yeah, it would probably be hard for those people. If you're missing like, I don't know, hands. Yes, it's very hard if you don't have hands. It is when the glue isn't good and the drills are cupped. That is fair. That definitely makes the job much harder. And there's not really a way to avoid cupped drills or bad glue sometimes. Usually most companies are really good about making sure that there's adequate glue and that the glue is sticky enough, what have you. Yes, there have been some issues, and you hope you don't run into too many glue issues. But other than that, like cupped drills, I feel like as long as they give me enough to work with, I'm very happy with that. I hate when I don't have enough freaking drills to replace the cupped ones. That sucks. It's as hard as you make it. That's true. I feel like, especially for people who start working on square diamond paintings before they've ever done even a round drill canvas, and then all of a sudden they work on a round canvas and they're like, oh my God, this is so much easier than doing squares. And squares are only difficult Like if you're not very good at lining things up, yeah, then it would be hard, I suppose. But let's see. Next one. Is diamond painting good for beginners? Um, so I would say there are diamond paintings that are better for beginners, like but I think even a beginner could do something that is confetti heavy like this kit is, where you're only laying, especially because most people who start out are laying one diamond at a time anyways, that, it's more or less just hunt and peck, trying to find where all the diamonds go. But I generally recommend that if somebody is newer in diamond painting, to start out with something with what's called color blocking, or more of the same colors in one section or area, than where you're going to be, working on something that's got many, many colors all in one small section. That's a little bit harder to do. But honestly, I feel like anybody who has like just the interest in diamond painting can diamond paint. What's up, Glory? Okay. What about, do I need extra tools to start? Okay, so here's where you guys are going to come in. And again, like even if there's not newer people on here, we've seen there's a couple of newer people. Do you need extra tools to start is really subjective, right? I honestly cannot work with those itty bitty teeny tiny placers, the stylus that they send, this thing with a tip on it. But this thing, I can't work with this anymore. You can see the size difference between the pen I use and the pen that comes with a regular kit, not the Diamond Art Club. That's this size. Even this is way too small for me. And so for me personally, I needed something more tools to start with. But my question for you guys, what is a tool that you have that you've upgraded to outside of your normal toolkit that you get with a kit? What's your favorite tool that you upgraded you can't without, as far as diamond painting is concerned? Like if you took this tool away from you, you wouldn't want to diamond paint anymore. For me, it's definitely the pens. My pen, if you took that away from me, I probably would not be able to enjoy diamond painting for as long or as often. Oh, putty, oh my God, putty is another one, man. I mean, I know Diamond Art Club is like including their like clear wax putty or whatever now, but even that, I've tried it out and it works like wax. Like it doesn't seem any different than the wax. It's just clear instead of pink. Gosh, putty. Like as many of the things that I use, like the tray, the putty, the bigger pen, the thin metal multi-placers, like oof, man. But there's a lot of things I feel like now I can't live without, pens and glue dots. Yeah. A light pad. Light pad is a good answer too. A thicker pen, multi-placer, and a spill-proof tray. Mm-hmm. Didn't need anything extra to start, but it's a whole lot more fun and enjoyable with scented wax/putty and an upgraded pen. Yeah, I absolutely love my putty. I love my tray. Now I could do it without the tray. The putty that's a tricky one because I go through putty, man. Like nobody's business. I go through putty. Yeah, I might not be able to do that. It would be very, very tricky. As often as I need to refill that freaking wax, man. Oh my gosh, I was refilling like every fourth time I'd lay down diamonds. Very tricky stuff. Okay. Um, okay, here's an easy one that's most often Googled, what is the difference between full drill and partial drill? Full drill means that the entire area, like this one, is covered in diamonds. That means the entire, whatever the sticky area is, all the drills are the little diamonds, these things, right? So full drill means that there are diamonds covering the entire canvas. And then a partial drill is typically what you find. There would be otherwise a lot of color blocking, whatnot. Or when you get miniatures, like the paint gem miniatures, these ones often have a partial drill, like the whole canvas is not covered, it's just certain parts. And like the mini dazzles, these ones also, this one is a full drill mini dazzle, but oftentimes it would just be like, oh, there's a little fairy and it's only the fairy that has diamonds. That's a pretty easy question to answer. Why are they called drills? No one seems to know the answer. I would say that it's probably something to do with the fact that like they're like the shapes of them, maybe. I don't know, like maybe because you drill them into the canvas. There's like, I don't know. It's a confusing term. And I don't know that anybody's got an answer. Let's see if we can find an answer on the Google machine. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't have an answer for that, like on their site. But I would think it would have something to do with the shape, like, or maybe the way that they're made. I always felt like it was like, 'cause you got to drill them into the canvas. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I drill them into the canvas. When I first started last year, no one could answer it. Yeah, it's a good question, but I don't think there's a good answer for it. I know a lot of people ask like diamonds. Like when I tell people that I diamond paint and they're like, "Oh, is it real diamonds?" I'm like, "Do I look like a person who could afford to be putting real diamonds onto a canvas?" No. The resin ones look more like diamonds, and you can use the equivalent of Swarovskis on like to enhance your canvases, but nope, not real diamonds. It's a translation from China. Okay. Do I drill things often? No comment. No clean comment anyway. I think I've heard of it as industry term like in bedazzled industry. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. But you think that it's a Chinese translation? For some reason, I always thought it was maybe because you place them repetitively and drills are repetitive. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. All of these are good answers. Are all of them correct answers? I could not tell you. Anyone can give their, but okay, so the diamonds in Chinese translates to drills. Diamonds translates to drills. I'm probably going to ask a stupid question, but how? Does that question make sense? How do you get the word diamond to the word drill in Chinese? I'm not doubting you. I'm trying to understand. I hope that made sense. Not being an ass. So the word in Chinese for diamonds translates to drills in English. Do I have that correct? So if I look up the word drill on Google, let's say Google Translate in Chinese, it will tell me that that word is diamond. Well, but Jen, a drill bit is a different thing though, isn't it? Like a drill bit is something you put inside of a drill. The word rhinestone in Chinese translates in English to drill bit, apparently. All right, now I got it. All right, we're gonna Google Translate this. Chinese to English translation, not with ChatGPT, will you? Okay, so in Chinese, we're going to go from Chinese to English. Okay, rhinestone. It says Chinese rhinestone goes to rhinestone. Let's try diamond. Nope, that goes to diamond. Drill to drill. I might not be looking at this correctly. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. Let me also look at traditional Chinese. Okay, rhinestones. Yeah, that says Chinese to English translates as rhinestones. Let's do this backwards. Rhinestones. I don't read Chinese. Shuishuan? I can't read that. Okay, so then let's translate it backwards. Yeah. I don't know. It's because you're putting our English word in rhinestone. I did it backwards. And it's giving me, let's see if it'll put it in the chat. It's giving me that for rhinestone. I have no freaking idea. It's as good it's as good as reason as any, right? I can't argue with it because I don't know, because I don't speak Chinese. Who do we know that speaks Chinese? We got to ask somebody who speaks Chinese. I don't know if I know anybody who speaks Chinese. But I mean, it makes sense if that's the reason that rhinestone would translate to drill bit in Chinese. I don't read. Don't. I don't read Chinese. Not today, anyway. Well, anyway. Good question, though. We should write that down for a future look it up. Like a future, what's it about? Why are they called drills? Because when I looked it up on the Google machine and asked why they're called drills, like that didn't come up anywhere. But I mean, it's, like I said, it's as good a reason as any that I can think of as to why they would be called drills. You might have also been looking in a different place, and I was trusting the Google machine to give me some sort of an answer. Okay, next question. How long does diamond painting take? Well, that's a very subjective question. It can take forever. It can take a shorter time. It just kind of depends on how large is the canvas, how long do you have to work on it, whatever. But it varies from person to person. Some people have more time to sit down and finish something. Some people, like doing a square this size takes them a few hours. Some people doing a square this size, it takes 45 minutes. It just kind of depends on the person. Because they just are, gosh. My lips hurt real bad. I like it. Liger, pretty much my favorite animal. known for its skills in mysticism. Okay, Shuishuan, but spelled correctly. Oh, okay. Directly translates to water drill / diamond. Water drill. What's a water drill? Interesting. Okay, so trying to think of a way to make that work fully. Water drill. Yeah, maybe it's water drill. And they just simplified it to drill. Oh, okay. I suppose it could look watery if you really squinted hard. A drill could look like water. You'd have to really squint your eyes, though. Any more O's? No. Interesting. Okay. Okay, what? Let's see. Okay, somebody had a really good answer for this. And I don't remember what the answer was. It was something to do with facets. What is 3D versus 5D diamond painting mean? And it's something to do with facet count. I remember that. I think it was 3D is like 9. No, 3D was like 5 or 7 or whatever facets, and then 5D was like above 9 or 13. Tiny resin beads as plastic drill bits or simply drills. Plastic drill bit. See, I think my issue being autistic is that when I think of a drill bit, I think of a drill bit as like a thing you put inside of a drill, right? Not like a bit of something, like a small little bit, a teeny bit. But that's interesting. Okay, wait, what does it say? Diamond painting drills are called drills because the Chinese term for diamond also means to bore or to drill. Okay. Labeling the tiny resin beads as plastic drill bits or simply drills. Interesting. So it's the word, I think it's schwan or zhuan. Nail file e-files are called drills sometimes. They're from diamond, carbide, or other metal. Yeah, you're talking about the ones that they drill your fingernails. But like the drill bits that go in, I suppose, yes, could be made of diamond or carbide. But I don't know how diamond painting would equate with doing nails. I have no freaking idea. But like I said, it's as good a reason as any in my mind. Just translations being translations. It's sort of the same way that like you can be speaking Spanish, but one like country's Spanish is very different from another country's Spanish. And so we were talking about this the other night. So you could say something in like Dominican Spanish and then Cuban Spanish, and they mean two completely different things, or Puerto Rican Spanish versus like Mexican Spanish. Two of the same word could mean two completely different things. So China's a very, 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 very big place. I'm sure they also have many different dialects and things like that. 'Cause I don't think everybody speaks Mandarin necessarily. The word of the day is drill. D-R-I-I-L. We're learning way too much today. Love it. I love it. It's learning time, y'all. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Here we go. Trying to find. Okay. Here are other things. Other things that people have searched, okay? These are like weird or funny questions that people have actually searched. Like actually have searched about diamond painting. Can you get obsessed or addicted to diamond painting? Can you get obsessed or addicted to diamond painting? Well, I am going to go ahead and say yes. I think a lot of it has to do with the repetitive task of laying down the drills, and it kind of becomes like a mind numbing thing. And I think that there is a lot to be said for people like me who are recovering addicts, who end up with a transfer addiction. Absolutely, I think people legitimately get addicted to diamond painting or buying diamond paintings or lots of, but people have actually searched, can you get obsessed or addicted to diamond painting? Okay. Does Here's another question that I think has a subjective answer for some people. Is diamond painting, or I'm sorry, does diamond painting count as art? Diamond painting count as art? Here's the thing. I think that diamond painting is a craft where you are working with art, but I do not believe that diamond painting as an act itself is art. There are people out there who will consider themselves diamond painting artists and sell their work as art and even sign their work as art. But I feel personally as though diamond painting is a craft where you do work with art, like you do kind of cover someone else's artwork. You can make artistic choices surrounding your diamond painting, like enhancing things, putting prettier, you can change colors and things like that. But ultimately, I would not call diamond painting an art personally. I believe it is a craft wherein, yes, you are working with art, but you are not yourself the artist. I may be willing to die on that hill. But otherwise, that's not, yeah. You're a tracer. Melissa's husband says you're a tracer. Yes. Yes. I think that's also part of why it is still like when artists license their artwork with companies like, Diamond Art Club, Captured by Radiance, et cetera, that you're still working on a derivative of someone else's art. And therefore it is not your art. It is still their art. This is also why there's a whole question about whether or not those renders belong directly to the artist because they're derivative. I must say no. May or may not be a hot take. I don't know. We'll see. Can diamond painting hurt your eyes? People have searched. Can diamond painting hurt your eyes? I feel like if you're not using the proper lighting, yeah, it can hurt your eyes. Or if you've done what I have done and you were picking a drill off or popping a drill in and it popped off the diamond painting and got in your actual eyeball, and stuck to your eyeball. It can hurt your eyes doing that, which I've done before, and it sucks. But otherwise, no. Diamond painting is not going to hurt your eyes unless you're diamond painting in shitty lighting, or if you are popping yourself in the eyes with drills, because that does suck. Speaking from experience, it's not fun. Goggles. I know, right? I don't wear glasses. So I also no longer, like when I'm working on a square, if I've got to pop something off of there, or I no longer lean over my diamond paintings like I used to, because I'm a scared. I'm a scared of getting a diamond in my eye again, because that was scary. That was really scary. I had to go up my own eyeball with a set of tweezers. And there's nothing more nerve-wracking than going at your own eyeball with a set of tweezers. Can you Google what diamond injuries have there been? Well, let's see. I would think that let's find out. Hand and wrist strain. People complain of hand cramps, wrist soreness, early signs of repetitive strain injuries like carpal tunnel. Neck, shoulder, and back pain from posture issues. Eye strain and headaches from poor lighting, high glare. The symbols are too small, so people aren't wearing their glasses. Cuts and pokes from tweezers, murder tweezers. Okay, I have a permanent callus on my finger. See if you can see it, actually. I have a permanent callus on my finger right here from pushing my I like the way that I hold my multi-placer when I'm putting the putty back in. I have a permanent callus on that finger from doing that, and probably right there you can actually see, like, I always have my multi-placer between my fingers, and so I push down my putty, and so yeah, I've got a permanent callus right there from pushing my putty back in. Talking about the drill in your eye, I believe I was the one that told a bit of Vaseline on the end of a Q-tip and get it out with that. Yes, but I think by the time you told me that, I'd already like gotten it out of my eye. Yes, if I was to do it again, I would definitely put Vaseline on it this time, because a Vaseline on a Q-tip, because going at it with tweezers was really fucking scary. Get putty on your eyeball? Oh my God, how do you do that? You went to the eye doctor to get it out? Oof. Youch. Okay. Oh, people who are like allergic to the adhesive. You could have skin irritation from adhesive irritation. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I like, yeah, carpal tunnel would be probably the biggest one, I would think, because there are days where I like legitimately have to not diamond paint because I'm still dealing with like hand numbness or whatever, which sucks when you can't diamond paint because you've like really messed yourself up with carpal tunnel. That's never fun. But I've definitely had that happen before. Drill to the eye. I've never had putty in my eye. That sounds scary. I bet that burned like a mofo. Didn't Elizabeth Stash just break her toe? I think Elizabeth broke her toe when she was doing something with the stash. Yes. I suppose you could have your stash piled too high in your closet and drop your stash like on your head or on your feet. That would not be fun because I stack mine pretty tall. So I think if a whole diamond painting stack came down on your toes or whatever, that would really hurt. Neck, back, and butt fatigue. Butt fatigue is a real thing. That's why I get up and walk every couple of hours. Let's see. Can you here's another one. Can you fall asleep while diamond painting? Okay. Real talk. Has anyone actually fallen asleep while diamond painting? I have fallen asleep while diamond painting, absolutely. On Discord a couple of times. I've actually fallen asleep not on Discord on my diamond painting a couple of times. Enough that I had to actually like add extra glue because like, you know, you get your face or your clothes or whatever stuck to the diamond painting when you're sleeping on it. Or lose drills, lots of things. Lindsay got a concussion when she was pulling down one of her diamond paintings for a statue. Oh no. Good. Yeah, if you stack those babies too high in a closet, you can definitely knock yourself out with one, I'm sure. Give yourself a well, because some of those diamond paintings are like 7 pounds. Take a 7-pound diamond painting to the top of the head. First and only time was when I was watching your 2024 Black Friday haul. I soothed you to sleep. Yeah, I do that. My voice is so soothing. I've actually been told that people do enjoy my voice for sleeping purposes. Like they'll put on my diamond painting videos and go to sleep. Like my whipping chats. Apparently my voice is soothing. That might be true to everyone who is not me. I do not find my voice soothing. I think I sound annoying as shit. But I also don't really, I mean, I do know what I sound like because I've listened to my own whipping chats. I'm kind of used to the sound of my own voice now, but you never sound as cool on a recording as you do like in your own head. But yes, I have been told that I have a soothing voice and that I have accidentally soothed people to sleep. Whoopsie poopsies. I have fallen asleep while diamond painting many times. Some of it is like it's late at night, you get just into a repetitive activity and then you just off. No one else will admit to falling asleep while diamond painting. That's it. I'm not even going to disconnect people that fall asleep anymore. I'm going to put you straight in the bedroom. You're going straight into the bedroom on Discord. Oh gosh, someone Googled, can dogs eat diamond painting drills? Another one was, what happens if my cat eats drills? Can birds play with diamond drills? Are diamond painting drills toxic to pets? Okay. I would die if I fell asleep on the glue. Nah, you wouldn't die. You'd just be sticky. And then you would have to re-stick your canvas. Okay, so if people are searching, are diamond painting drills safe for pets, etc., that means that their pets are eating their diamond drills and things. I do not allow my pets to get that close to my diamond painting stuff. One, I don't want the hair everywhere. Like I've got a Great Pyrenees. I've got enough hair problems. I don't need to add to them. And then when Bacon was alive, I also did not let her up by my diamond painting stuff. But I see pictures all the time of people who, you know, their cats will be sitting there licking the glue, or their cats will be there batting around their diamond drills and or licking them, putting them in their mouth. You'd just be sticky. Oh yeah, you do have an adhesive allergy. You'd be pretty rashy for sure. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's not such a bad allergy that it kills you, I would assume, because you diamond paint, right? I would think that you could cause yourself anaphylaxis by just doing diamond painting, but I'm assuming it still would not be very good for you. At the very least, you would have really awful rash that would not feel good, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't let my animals near my diamond paintings. Nah. Nope. 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 Okay. Another one. People asking these questions feels illegal. So someone asked, can I use eyelash glue for diamond painting? Which is actually not a super crazy question. I would think that it would work like in a pinch if you had to use eyelash glue. Someone else asked, and I've seen someone do this on Reddit, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't, not why it shouldn't work or whatever. Super glue. There is a reason why you should not use super glue, and it's not because, oh God, you don't want it stuck permanently if you make a mistake. It has nothing to do with that, and everything to do with the fact that super glue is a chemical and epoxy resin, as well as the acrylic drills, are another chemical that what can happen is a really bad chemical reaction with the super glue and the diamond painting drills. It can cause huge holes in the drills or even fires. You do not want to mix super glue with acrylic drills or the resin, the epoxy resin, because you could have a very bad chemical reaction and give yourself chemical burns using super glue. So please do not ever use super glue on a canvas. Not just because if you make a mistake and you put down the wrong drills or whatever, it is 100% because you could cause a very bad chemical reaction with the super glue and the diamond painting drills and start a fire or burn yourself, chemically burn yourself. Don't do that. Do not use super glue. Can I bake a diamond painting? Okay, I have the idea. So you remember those beads that you used to put on the things and then you would use an iron over top of them and it would melt those together? Technically, with acrylic, you could melt acrylic drills together like one of those, not a shrinky dink. What the hell are they called? Perler beads, right? Is that what they're called? Perler beads? The ones that you can melt them together. No Windex and then bleach either. Oh. Yeah, don't mix Windex and bleach because that's ammonia and bleach and will make mustard gas. You don't want to do that. Perler beads. Okay. So perler beads, you can use an iron and like wax paper or whatever in between and melt those down so that they stick together. Technically, acrylic drills would work the same way. I would not recommend baking them, but you could probably, that's the reason why a lot of places, when people go in and they're like, ooh, I'm going to get this dry mounted. A lot of places won't dry mount diamond paintings because they're worried that they're acrylic drills and the dry mounting process, which is warm, could melt the drills and they don't want to melt the drills. Resin would be fine to use an iron on, they won't melt, but acrylic drills certainly would. So I kind of wonder, I don't think it would end up looking great. Maybe if the diamonds were bigger, you could do something like that and melt it together and make it look okay, but you technically could use an iron on top of acrylic drills and they would fuse together. I wouldn't do it. I also would not put them in an oven to bake them. Not just because start a fire. Adhesives are flammable. The material itself is flammable. No, I would not bake a diamond painting. I can't believe somebody actually asked that question. Please do not bake diamond paintings. Oh my gosh. I really hope people are not doing these things. Can you iron a diamond painting? All right, I covered that. Can I use a hair straightener to flatten drills? Oh my God. Can I use a hair straightener to flatten drills? Uh, you probably could. You're gonna melt them if they're acrylic. If they're resin, nothing's gonna happen. No, you cannot use a hair straightener to flatten your drills if they're resin drills, because it's the wrong material. But you could, if they were acrylic drills, technically it would flatten the drill. God, do not use a hair straightener to flatten your drills, please. Oh my gosh, who are these people? I need to know. Hi, Sugar. Oh my gosh, you guys. Guess who joined me up here? Hold on a second. Come here, Sugar. Come here, Sugar. All right, guys. Somebody came up. She wants to be seen. Look it. Here we go. It's the Sugar shame time. She's up here whining. What you whining about, Sugar? She's sticking her tongue out at you, too. Yeah, Sugar, Sugar baby. Here's a little Sugar with her little tongue sticking out. Yeah, where are you going? I don't have anything for you. She smells my food. She's like, why aren't you giving me your food? Please. This is Sugar. She's my chihuahua. She wants food. I forgot that I was eating and I have food sitting there that I didn't finish that she wants to eat. You can't have my pot stickers, okay, little one? I love pot stickers, Mom. They're my favorite. Yeah, you're cute. All right, no more up here whining at me. She's looking for my pot stickers. Get out of here. You can't have them. You can't have them. There, you get out of here. Don't cry at me anymore about my pot stickers. Little Sugar. You got a Sugar shame time. We haven't had. What are you trying to do? You trying to get on my lap? You can't get on my lap. You're too small. You're knocking stuff over. You stop it. What do you want? I don't have anything to do. You're not getting the rest of my food. Get out of here. All right, come on now. Excuse me. Hold on a second. I'm going to take her out. Here we go. Go on. You get out of here. Go on. You can't beg for my food. I should have scratched at the door. Like, Mom, give me your pot stickers. Just laugh, and the air from my nose just, oh no, not your drills. Not the drills. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine some dumbass out there like using a hair straightener trying to flatten their drills. Okay. There are also people who have ironed their canvas because it had wrinkles on the other side and managed to burn it because they didn't put down like in between. If you want to iron your canvas to get rid of wrinkles on the back of the canvas, please put something between the iron and the canvas or you will burn it. Better than inhaling them. Oh, yeah, I've inhaled a drill before. I've definitely swallowed drills before. What? Can I laminate a diamond painting? Who's laminating their diamond paintings? I need to know. Hi, April. April, everything it's okay. I would not say that it's awesome, but it's better than it's been. I'm exhausted. I have had a very long couple of months that were not awesome, but I'm almost done with flood cleanup at my in-laws' house. Should be finished with that. Like, I have another couple of days of labor to do over at my in-laws for flood cleanup, and then I will be done finally with all of that. But otherwise, not bad. I'm better than I've been. Maybe one of the bookmark ones. I don't know. To laminate would have to mean that the two pieces of plastic that you use for lamination have to be able to touch at some point, right? So you could laminate it where the edges are laminated, but you can't. I mean, I guess you can, but it's not gonna the heat from the lamination machine also, if they're acrylic drills, will melt the drills. Like, heat is just not a good thing to introduce to a diamond painting. So I don't know why all these people are trying to heat up their diamond painting. Like, that seems very not wise. I'm gonna get better from here. I really freaking hope so, April. I really, really hope so. Okay, can I use nail polish as a sealant? I don't know. I would assume that, like super glue, that nail polish is yet another chemical, and you could cause a chemical reaction between the nail polish and the diamonds themselves, or even the glue. I would not recommend using nail polish as a sealant, but maybe you can. I wouldn't. What the heck is wrong with these people? These are people have actually searched these questions about diamond painting. Can I use nail polish as a? I would not. They're hungry and spent all their grocery money at DAC baked drills for dinner. Thank you, April. I appreciate the positive vibes. What the hell? Can you eat diamond painting wax? Wax. No, do not. Somebody Googled, can you eat diamond painting wax? Can you? Sure. You can do anything. Darwin Awards, you can do anything you want to. Would I eat diamond painting wax? No. I mean, no. I don't know what the wax is made out of, honestly. I wouldn't eat it. I mean, like, what? Is somebody trying to, like, butter their toast with it or some shit? Like, I can't see an instance where you'd go, this wax looks delicious. I mean, maybe if you have pica or whatever. Sugar is out there crying. She is out there crying because she wants my food. Sugar, would you stop? You are ridiculous. What? You are not having my pot stickers. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. You've already had your sugar shame time. Do you need to be shamed again? She's like, shame me again, mother. It was probably due to a kid or pet ate it. I mean, maybe. Can't you just give her a taste? Oh, see, that's how you teach them to beg for food, little jerk. She's a little jerk. I wonder if a pregnant lady asked that. It could have been. Or it could have been about kids. I suppose it could. Maybe they were just trying to find out, not if it was edible, but if it was, like, non-toxic. Let's hope. Okay, somebody legitimately asked, can you smoke diamond painting wax? What the actual hell is wrong with people? Can you smoke diamond painting wax? Sure. Go ahead and do it. See how you enjoy it. Look at this dog. Look at her tongue sticking out. She's in here begging for my food. Begging for my food. I cannot believe this dog. Just let me finish my diamond painting square, would you? Get out of here. Yeah, they're real questions that people have asked. I don't understand these people. Please go smoke some diamond painting wax. Can diamond painting wax expire and become toxic? Not that I'm aware of. It can dry up. I mean, I've seen it dry. I don't think it expires, though. Yeah. Okay, somebody asked, how many diamond paintings is too many? How many diamond paintings is too many? Well, I feel like that's a very subjective question. I think everybody has their own number. What's too many? Some people that's 1,000. Some people it's 10. If you're asking how many is too many, you may have reached your number. You may have reached your number, your own personal number. Is this too many? I don't know. Is it? That's like when you go to the store and you pay for something, and then before it will let you complete payment, it'll ask, or it'll say something like, your amount is blah, blah, blah. Is this correct? And I'm like, I don't know. The machine, shouldn't you know if it's correct? How many is too many diamond paintings? Okay, I can tell you my personal number. I feel like I'm at a place where I think I have like 150. That includes like all the gifts, the minis, like everything, all of them, right? Not just ones I've purchased for myself, but ones I've received as gifts or ones that from companies to show off on the channel or whatever, everything, right? 150, I think, is like roughly what I'm up to. And to me, that's like getting very close to what I would consider to be out of hand. Okay. 200 to me personally, my number being 200 would be really, 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 really bad. Okay. I would be embarrassed if I had 200 diamond paintings. That's my number though. Others, 200 is not a lot for them, especially if you're a person who finishes like 5 a month or 4 a month. Like maybe that's only so many, 5 or 6 years supply for you, and that's okay for you, and that's fine. I finish like 3 or 4 average a month, maybe not this month because this month has been wild, but generally I finish, anywhere from 3 to 4 diamond paintings a month. And so 150 really isn't a humongous number. That's a few years of diamond paintings. I would be weird with 200, but 200 is not a lot for some people. There are people who have 800 or 1,000. Are you paying your bills? Are you eating food that isn't just ramen? Like, are you buying diamond paintings instead of paying for things that you should be paying for? Then it's a problem. Other than that, it's a subjective number. It's a very subjective number. Right. If you can't afford to pay your bills, you probably have too many. And you know what? If you have so many, right, and you're asking other people to give you money instead of destashing those diamond paintings, that's also a problem for me. Just saying. Just saying. What's up, Marissa? Holy shit. A blast from my past. Where you been hiding, girl? Marissa Diamonds and Thoughts. Miss your face. I hope you're gonna go into Discord in 15 minutes. Okay, another question that people have asked. Do people hoard diamond paintings? Yes. Yes, they do. Some people have what's called a stable, a stash acquired beyond life expectancy. And then sometimes those people do die, and then their hoard of diamond paintings goes to someone else to figure out what to do with, their family members or friends. Yes, people hoard diamond paintings. It's happened. That is, my name is Paul, and that is between y'all. I honestly, somebody else's hoard is another person's, like, I don't know, treasures, right? Not how that works. What's a hoard to one person, again, is not a hoard to another person. So, man, can't get into it. Oh no, got a new phone and remember no passwords. Oh no. Okay. Well, if I can do something to help you, please let me know. Shoot. I was gonna like just legitimately give you my phone number, but hi, how can I do that? Where everyone can see, not give everybody my phone number so that at least you could text me. Someone caused a stink in VIP a few days ago by making a post asking, "Why do you buy so many diamond paintings?" Question mark. Addicted? Yeah, well, there are some people that see it that way. They don't get it. They don't understand it. But it's just like men and baseball cards, or me and Magic the Gathering cards. Like, there is a certain amount of retained value in diamond painting, so I don't feel as bad knowing that um some of the ones that I have could be sold for quite a bit of money. um I can't feel really bad about a curated collection of diamond paintings that, if I needed to pay a bill, I could sell one and pay a bill. But I also know that there are people that they really do. They spend their rent money or their grocery money or bill money on diamond painting or accessories, and then they don't, then they go and ask other people for money. Yesterday, I bought 4 Diamond Art Club. Wow. Huge landscape canvases for $30 each. Nice. Got an extra one for free because someone had died who had a stash. Yeah, Desiree, that happens too. Was it the same person who begged everyone to stop buying and let new people have a chance? VIP. I love when that happens. Oh, here's another question. Is diamond painting an expensive addiction? So, I mean, it depends on where you're buying from, right? You can get diamond paintings for really, really cheap. You can get destashed ones for really cheap. You can buy non-licensed and get them for really cheap. I think that diamond painting, if you're doing it, okay, we can call it the proper way, where you're buying licensed diamond painting kits. You're not buying stolen artwork, etc. Blah blah blah. Yet it can get expensive really quickly, especially when you factor in if you're buying accessories or not. But it doesn't have to be. I think that you can get just as much enjoyment out of diamond painting and not spend $1 million and break the bank for yourself. Um, I mean, I've had to buy budget diamond paintings myself. I don't. As long as you're not buying stolen artwork, I don't really care what you do. You know, you got in. Woo! If you divide by number of hours, you can lie to yourself and say no. Woo! I mean, that is a fair point, though. When you factor in how many hours it takes to work on a diamond painting, like let's say your average kit takes you 40 hours, right? And you're paying $50, that's really not that much when you consider how many hours it took you versus how much you paid for it. It does end up working out to be better. It's definitely a factor, anyways. All right, let's see here. Yay, Marissa got into Discord. Okay, another question. Let's see. Why do I keep dropping drills? If you got to ask Google to help you with that, I don't know, man. People are Googling, why do I keep dropping my drills? Maybe you got a crappy tray. Maybe you got some sort of Bell's palsy and you don't know it. Lots of reasons. I don't know. Why do I keep dropping my drills? Because I am a klutz. I feel like if I don't drop a tray of drills once a canvas, then I'm doing really good. Because it's bound to happen at least one time every canvas that I work on. I don't know what your guys' personal average mine's about once per canvas. Case of stupid fingers. Yeah. Some of these questions. Why do I start kits and never finish them? Why do I start kits and never finish them? I was that way, to be honest with you, with cross stitching. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I didn't enjoy cross stitching as much as I really enjoyed like the end product. And I feel like if you're buying things that are waiting for you to be working on, or you like starting things but not finishing or whatever, like maybe you don't like the finishes as much as you like the starts. Like there's a lot of reasons people don't finish their diamond paintings. Sometimes people are serial kitters where they will kit things up and not finish them because that's their favorite thing to do. I think it's a big old waste of money, but it's not my money. So you do you. If you just want to start a bunch of things you don't finish, not my problem. But I used to do that a lot with cross stitch, and it's way too freaking expensive a hobby to be starting things you don't finish when it comes to cross stitch. Do they think Google is Chat GPT when they ask these questions? Yeah, I don't know. Commitment issues. Yeah, there you go. Maybe they are. I don't know. Hmm. Let's see. Do. Just looking at some of these questions, see how really dumb they are. Can I diamond paint my car? Sure. I'd love to see somebody do that. Any volunteers? Anybody want to diamond paint their car? I'm not going to be the volunteer to do it, but I'd love to see somebody else do it. That sounds unhinged and I love it. I want to see somebody diamond paint their car. Come on. Come on. Who's going to do it? You have a hard time finishing video games? It depends on the video game, but I also have had problems in the past with finishing video games. Like, I can finish a game like Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've finished that one 2 or 3 times now. But when it comes to other games, I've not finished them once. So I can totally relate to that. Tears of the Kingdom, I've finished that one multiple times, 100%. But then there's other games that I never even finished one time through. Can we remove the warning labels yet? Nope. Sounds like a YouTube influencer video idea. Honestly, I want to see a diamond painting influencer diamond paint their car. I'd do it if I didn't like my car. Somebody volunteer a car and I will diamond paint it. I'll diamond paint it anything you want, but you got to volunteer the car. Whatever you want diamond painted on it, I'll figure it out. But let me diamond paint your car. I think it would be cool to like diamond paint like a phone case or something, but a car? That's an awful lot. Video games are different, especially open world. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Can I wear diamond drills as makeup? So, okay, I think there's no reason that you couldn't, just like with like Bindi dots or whatever, that you couldn't use diamond drills on your skin with like eyelash glue or whatever. I bet you could. Especially some of the ones from like DP with sparklers. Absolutely, I think you could use them as like decoration in your makeup. I don't know how you would feel like putting them all the way out, like on top of an eyelid or something, but I'm sure it could be done. I'm certain of it. Gotta go. Hubby's making dinner. Have a good night, Desiree. Behave yourself or don't. But if you can't be good at it. Can I glue drills to my nails? Again, I think why not? Why the heck not? If you can glue like regular rhinestones to your nails, why couldn't you put drills on your nails? In fact, I'm sure some of the things that we use for like enhancement drills are absolutely from that kind of thing. Like people would probably use them for nail art instead of diamond painting if they, weren't already in a baggie of X size. I bet you absolutely could use them for nail art, and people probably do. Mini glue dots, right? Why not? Why the heck not? Can I diamond paint in my car? It's not quite as unhinged as some of the other questions, but I have diamond painted in a car. Has anybody else diamond painted in a car? I have definitely done that. Especially like minis. I don't diamond like full-size diamond paintings in a car, but I have absolutely taken minis on trips with me. All right. Laying my last few drills on this square. Thought there was one more. Maybe not. Nope, I think that was it. Never mind. There we go. Look at, we've got the little bit of the moon is done here, her legs, there's a little bit of her little face. It looks a lot better on the screen than it does in person because, that's how diamond paintings that are primarily confetti and computer rendered end up looking, but she looks pretty good, I think. Don't you think? The one thing I always do when I finish with a square on this diamond painting is I always roll it out because especially acrylic diamonds, they do not like to stick down. So I always use my brayer. You could use a kitchen rolling pin if you wanted to, just to make sure things are stuck down. But so far, she's looking pretty good. Here, I'll show you the bottom part. Like I said, I'm more than halfway through with this one. I've got the top 2 rows left and she'll be done, but here she is. She's looking cute though. I think she looks good. Don't you? Looking good, looking good. And then I did add for like the stars out here in like this area, I just used like a little sparkler, just one. That's it. That's all I used for specials on here. The rest of it, I think, looks just fine as it is. I didn't want to go crazy on it because, it is an acrylic drill canvas. And so I put little boop boops, but that's it. Nothing else real super special. I'm liking it. But anyways, y'all, all right, that is me done with my live stream. I'm going to head over to Discord and hang out. I hope some of you will come over and join me there, either typing, chat, or but yeah, that's all I got for you. I hope to chat with some of you soon. Otherwise, I will see you again on Saturday night for the Saturday Night Live. And beyond that, we'll see what happens, right? All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. As ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, wide, wonderful world of ours, that you are having a beautiful morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right. See you next time, guys. Bye. See you in Discord.